Well, those things quickly changed on that plan today. Here I'm out here cleaning this whole damn bench up. I am so sick of this shop being trashed. So what am I doing? I'm reordering the damn bench and shop. Yeah, the wife took off. I mean, communication in my household is not that great, everybody. So yeah, so no Father's Day breakfast for the Iceman. Come on, Pops, go. Come on, Pop Ace. Oh well, Ginger and Scout can just hang up there in the office. I don't care. Come on, baby, come on, Scout, come on. So yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do my own thing. Oh, I gotta get my shoes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take the Jeep Gladiator to go run some errands, and like I say, the whole ball game's been changed. So, oh well. All right, I never did put my hearing aids on. You know what? I'm so sick of dealing with those hearing aids. I hate them. Hearing aids are a pain in the ass. But until you wear them, you don't get it. So I'm just gonna be deaf today. You know, just not hearing all these noises is actually enjoyable as you get older in life. Oh, as you get older in life, it's incredible how we just our views, ideas, our patience, energy level, it all starts to change. Now, why? You know, so Scout's just taking his lazy ass time. And yeah, I'm not leaving the dogs in the barn. I've learned my hard lesson, everybody, that even though it's so much easier for me just to jump in my truck and go and leave and not have to deal with getting these dogs in cages, but these dogs crap and poop all over the damn barn. So that's what happens. So come on, the house is a shambles. That's another project on my doorstep. But yeah, the wife left. I don't know what she's thinking, to be honest with you. But the dogs have to be taken care of. I mean, the horse hasn't been attended to. The horse doesn't get really taken care of anymore because the daughter isn't here. Come on. Get your cage here. Nope, don't go in his. We don't let you go in his because that'd be too much there, baby. So, kind of wish this was a little more efficient, but it's not. Come on, go in here. Yeah, the hair shedding. Yeah, you know, brushing out dogs, man. I mean, the kid used to do that. You know, that's what people understand. One of my subscribers like, you can't tell me you don't brush dogs. Like, the most part I haven't because my daughter. That's what my daughter's job was. You have a daughter, and she earns money and whatever gets allowance money. We're gonna call it. Yeah. So have I brushed dogs? Of course I have. But that used to be my daughter's responsibility. All right, got the dogs in. Kids wishing me happy Father's Day. Very nice of her. And, you know, YouTube is very challenging. You know why YouTube is so challenging? Because Gail just sent me a notice that she gave me a tip yesterday, and I never responded. But I never saw it. And I know most people say baloney. I'm going to show you what I have to deal with YouTube. So on YouTube, here you go. There's two areas. YouTube Studio, YouTube. So on YouTube, you go there, and you'll get notifications up where the little bell is, and you hit that, and then you start seeing all these comments. But what you don't know is, then there's other people make comments, for whatever reason, they don't show up that way, so it's a whole nother area that you have to go to. So it's so weird on how you have to go to two different fields on this phone all the time to double check. So like this is Gail. She posted this 12 hours ago. And so I don't know. All I know is so it's very challenging. I mean, I'm not lying. So I have to jump between two different apps on YouTube to constantly see what's going on my channel. And I never saw that 12 hours ago. Apparently Gail gave me $4.99. And I never saw it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't keep track of everybody. So it's not easy, man. So apologies. And, you know, I can about guarantee you some people have left my channel just for a reason, because they make comments and then I never respond, and they think that I'm just ignoring them, and I don't do that. Every comment that comes across my channel, I put a thumbs up, a lovey, whatever, a heart thing of those that support my channel. I do it all day long, every day. But I don't get that. I don't get 100 comments. I on an average day maybe get 10 to 20 comments on a good day. So it's not that complicated. But for YouTube, they want to make it complicated. Yeah, you guys have heard me talk about that a gazillion times. I ain't focusing on that. So what are you doing now? Well, I'm really doing something I really don't want to do. I have to go back to Merrill at the outlet mall and exchange these damn shoes. I've got jobs to do this week where I'm going to be out in the damn rains, in the weather. And I have no, summer type of easy, or I should say summer more style weatherproof shoes. So those Merrills are supposed to be weatherproof. So I'm going back there to do that and blah, blah, blah. And like I say, the wife, I don't know, got me. The wife was supposed to go out and take care of Prancer yesterday, but we got back in. I think she just got relaxed, and I get it. She works all day. She works every day, 5 days a week. If you're a person that has to go to work 5 days a week and you're gone, basically 10, 11 hours a day, that's pretty realistic for my wife. She usually leaves about 8, doesn't usually get home till 6:30, 7 o'clock. So what is that? 8 to 12 is 4. 12 to 6 is 6. She puts in 10-hour plus days just about every day of her life. Driving. I'm saying driving is an hour there, driving is an hour back, then getting to the office, and then she usually puts her good 8 hours of work in there, if not longer. So by the time the weekend hits, you're just like boom, boom. You're done. You're done. That's something I was thinking about too, about being a father, is I've been very fortunate because I've had my own business and company to manage my time to be with my daughter. And so many years ago, back in 2004, when Julia came along, 5, 6, 7, 8, I owned 3 businesses, and I worked all the time, and my mother-in-law helped us those initial early years of taking care of Julia throughout the week. But then as she started kind of get a little older, and the country went broke back in 2008 and 9, and I always thought to myself, had I really continued to try to manage 3 businesses and evolve into the lawn and garden equipment business, which truly was a business that you need to be there a lot to manage the business and the people at work for you. And I always thought, this is going to take so much away from me being with my daughter. And that goes on. That's a huge problem as a father, is trying to provide the monies to come in to take care of the family, but also to be able to have the time to spend with your family. So that's a huge challenge. And my father be the first one to raise his hand, and he's even voiced that about my mother, how my mother in so many ways raised the family, because she was the stay-at-home mother, and my father was the go-to father that worked the long days, traveled, and so there were many days that he wasn't there. And once again, I can guarantee there's people on my channel that'll be the first to raise their hand and say, yeah, my job is so demanding. I don't have the energy nor the time to be able to spend time with my family because of the commitments that I have to bring in the financial winnings to provide for the family. So the point of that is, so many years ago when I started that lawn and garden equipment dealership, I used to always think to myself, if this thing really ever kind of got big, and it really did require me just to constantly be at that dealership like a car salesman. You talk to a car salesman, you talk to a GM of a car dealership, they'll tell you straight up that the biggest challenge of their job is family. If they don't have time, they have to spend so much time living at these dealerships that they sacrifice the family. It's a huge problem. In relationships and marriages, there's so many stories of the relationship's falling apart because of just that. One of the parents is not home. They're always working. For my wife, I'll tell you straight up, if I had been divorced or left or died, for Julia, she would have had a whole different life being brought up. Because my wife didn't have the flexibility I had owning my own company, and I made a decision after the whole crash came down and I lost everything and had to start over, that the next time around, I'm going to make sure I take care of my kid. I'm going to make sure that I have time to spend with my kid and family. And I did, and I accomplished that, and I became successful again. So I was very fortunate for all those things to play out. And so once again, for like my daughter, had I perished or left and never really took the position to take care of my child, then she would have been in a much more very simple structure of life. Meaning that her mother would always be gone all day, and so she would have been more probably into the after-school activities of the academic side more. She would have had the dirt bikes and the scooters and the horse and the motorcycles and all the cars. She never would have had any of that. And she most likely would have been and gone off to college right out of high school and been full-time somewhere in college. So she would have been a whole different person in so many ways from the way I brought her up. And I think a lot of kids want to run away by the time they get to be an age because of just the discipline of the home they're in and the constant control, and they want to move on so they can break out of that control. And that's the thing you got to wonder is about, as you get older in life and how you have a fine line there of you wanting to be independent but not in so many ways abusing your independence for your parents that brought you up, that want you to be a good person and kind of be the way they wanted you to be versus the way you want to be. That's a whole other ballgame, man. I'm sure many people can relate with that story as well, of parents and children when they get older and become adults and how those relationships go sour. And there's a lot of variables that play into that, from who they end up dating, marrying, so that's a whole nother, chapter of people that I can promise you on my channel can say, oh yeah, I had a son or a daughter, and then they moved on, and then they got married, and then the other family, and then the spouse, and blah, 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 and then my child wasn't the child that I knew, and blah, blah, this, yeah, it's real stuff. As I head up to the outlet mall, which I really don't want to do, I was in the shop. First time I got motivated to start cleaning up my shop because it's never-ending organizing and cleaning things up, and it drives me nuts when I live in chaos. It drives me nuts. And my goal in that shop is to really bring my dump trailer in that shop and go upstairs and just throw everything that second level into that dump trailer. That'd be 2-3 runs to the dump, and then the lower level, where you see everything, I'd just like to get a bunch of these racks and stuff that this stuff will just never ever get used, and just throw it away. Just throw it away. Just clean up that shop so that it's just simple. And eventually to get rid of a lot of those things in the shop as well. Can only hope that the FTR and the Chief Bobber get picked up. That'd be a blessing. Here we are on Father's Day. On the road doing things. So my Father's Day plans have all changed, which is not a real big deal. The wife, I think what's going on, I think she's going to go to the horse, and then when she comes back in, I think she's like, all right, let's go get lunch and go to the gun show, which that could still happen. So I wouldn't call the day off yet. So we'll see. We'll see if that plays out. But I know one thing, I want to get here to Merrill before the outlet mall gets all too busy. And I'm going to probably end up having a blue-colored shoe is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Part of me is like, but does the Merrill shoe just have an issue where I'm going to buy another set of these damn things and they're going to do the same damn thing? Yeah, it's embarrassing. I was walking around in the shoes yesterday. And it's embarrassing because I know people are going to look like, damn, what's that guy's shoes? You can't sneak up on anybody. That's for damn sure. So here we are, and all sincereness, I didn't really think I'd be making a lot of video because with the wife next to me, she doesn't want that. That's not going to happen. So for the record, I'm making video that I really didn't plan on making much video today. I thought it'd be kind of more of a quiet day. But because my wife would be with me, we'd be together, and my wife's not up for me videoing us going to breakfast and all, So I just really thought today would be kind of not much of a posting on videos like I do on a regular basis. But here I am talking to you because who else am I going to talk to? Yeah, I mean, I'm talking to you on my channel because there's my social outlet. You're my social outlet. The ones that watch my channel and interact with me. That's where it is in my life. Would I've ever dreamed that kind of playing out further down the line of my life, that social media would be my interaction with others more so than my daughter or my wife or my personal friends or my family. But yeah, I'm sure that many of you understand that very well. And that's why I just kind of keep it going, because now is one of the subscribers said, I think it was Brian K. I'm trying to think of the word he used. It kind of is my I can't think of the word, but just a mind blip. That's what happens when you everybody. Here we go. So there you are. Well, got a lot of people commenting on the Happy Father Day posting this morning. Thank you very much for all those wishing me Happy Father's Day. The daughter's asking, "What are you doing, Dad?" Going to Outlet Mall to return some shoes that my oldest sister, apparently from my other sister, is taking my dad to. Here's a guy here. Putt. Taking my dad to breakfast. It's interesting. My oldest sister was such like the black sheep of the family, more than my brother in so many ways. She disappeared. I mean, my sister. My oldest sister is close to 10 years older than me. So, by the time I got of age, think of this through. By the time I'm 5, she's 15 years old. By the time I'm 7, she's 17. So she totally moved on. She was rarely ever home. She took waitressing jobs on when she was a young teenager. She was dating, and she was rarely ever home. And so she never really was part of the family because of just her always being gone. And it's interesting now that many years later, here she is now, volunteered to move into my parents' house, help take care of my mom, take care of my dad, and it's now more than ever, she is, no, I don't want this. Man, these watches are dangerous. This thing's literally saying, call somebody. So shut the hell up. This technology, does it just piss you off half the time? It pisses me off because it's just, it's a nuisance. It's the worst. I'm going to get out of the mall because I'm way down here in Merrill's. Sometimes you can luck out and get a parking spot somewhere else. And I don't understand why this person here is confused where they're driving. But we'll make the best of it, everybody. So yeah, my watch is asking who I'm going to call. It's only beginning. It's artificial intelligence. It's going to drive you nuts. Artificial intelligence, you just know just as well as I do. Where it's all going is it's going to drive you nuts. That's where it's all going. Because of the greed of mankind, technology with my sister. So it's nice my sister has kind of come back in relationship with my father, because it was very challenging for my mother and father dealing with my oldest sister because of her lifestyle. Yeah, because she was so very independent. Whoa, Jesus Christ, this truck's like rolling down the damn hill. It's very interesting in how all you hear is all these stories of all these malls going dark. But yet, like, this place is always busy. Always busy. And so, it's the weekend, and everybody's here to spend money. Money, money, money. You know, I've said this so many times on my channel. The county today collects $2 million a year out of this place. So if you and I own this outlet mall, we need basically $180,000 a month just to pay the county. And I was simply like, oh, no way. Oh, I know for a fact, in 2008 and 9, this place was $1.2 million a year, $1.3 million a year in real estate taxes. Now, so you go, what is that? Close to 20 years later, 18 years later, whatever. What's the value of this property? I mean, you know as well as I do, this property is triple, quadruple what it used to be worth. So, what's that mean? The real estate taxes, I guarantee you, are double. That's what that means. All right, here we go. Once again. Wow. Now that was an experience. Holy crap. So, the guy who works in there was so resistant to giving me my money back on those shoes. It was a young... And what's crazy though, look at this here. I actually got a nicer set of shoes that would be better suited for me, and they're actually only $10 more than the ones that I bought last week. But the young guy kept on running. I mean, I don't have my hearing aids on. He keeps on running. He keeps on going, well, we're not really supposed to do this. Well, blah, blah, blah. 30-day resole, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't get it. The shoes squeak. He's like, well, we usually don't do this, but we can make an exception for you, blah, 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 blah. What guy sold these shoes? Blah, 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 blah. And then I explained to him, I was like, oh, that's the manager of our store. I said, what's weird is he never showed me these other shoes. I asked him, it's like outdoor shoe, and he never took me to just right behind where I was standing to show me, which is a much more practical shoe for me to be outside. And so anyways, so the guy is like, but you know, la 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 la. I'm like, why don't you just donate those shoes to somebody else? He's like, we can't do that. He's like, if you want to donate them, then you can't get a credit on them. I'm like, dude, I mean, this guy went round and round for 10 minutes. So basically what he's telling me is, if these shoes aren't comfortable and I don't like them, there's no refund. They're mine. I'm like, okay, well, I said, let's hope for the best. I said, you know, it's not about the money here, it's about the principle. So if it's going to be, if you're telling me I can't give you shoes back, I just have to buy a new pair of shoes, then I guess that's what it is. Here we are again. These cars, it's my daughter. This car is programmed so you can't get in, that the stalker's in and take her away. Drives me nuts. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, do I like going shopping? I don't. I really don't like going shopping personally. Besides, you want to buy a car. Alright, that project's over. But I don't have my hearing aids on, and this guy's mumbling along, and I'm just like, dude, I don't get it. The shoes squeak. I mean, what am I supposed to do, man? I mean, sincerely. So you're telling me Merrill doesn't stand behind her? I guess not. And who the hell knows? One for one of my subscribers on my channel, I think it's Bug Mania. I think that, I don't even know if I would even taken him back. I told guys, I went for my good friends. He's telling me that Merrill would honor these shoes being defective and replaced. I don't know if I've even been here. But now I'm giving you guys a heads up. The Merrill brand, if you think you're going to walk in the store, if you buy a pair of shoes that you're not comfortably, they don't fit right, or there's a defect, you're going to argue with them. I mean, it's going to turn into a pissing match. So forget it. It's chump change. At the end of the day, in all reality, people go spend $100 on a meal. People go spend $100 on a meal, and then they'll argue till their face turns blue to buy a $100 pair of shoes that'll last them maybe, you know, years. And that's something it's something how us individuals and humans operate. I mean, sincerely, you'll have no problem going out to eat tonight, taking your date, your wife, your family, whatever it is, and you all eat all this stuff and shit it out tomorrow and piss it out tonight. and you spend your $100 on a meal that's gobbled down and then disposed of within 24 hours. And yet you'll go to the shoe store and you'll argue about your $100 all day long. You get all pissed off and go postal. That's the way it is, everybody. That's the way we operate. Life, human beings. What are we doing now? I don't know. What the hell am I doing now? Is anybody home? I don't think there is, besides some dog heads. The dog head radio's alright. Loving my new shoes. So, actually, I guess I played to my advantage, actually. These have better ankle support. I like the color of them better. Kind of flow. Those other ones, those tan ones, are just a little too tan. In so many ways, the other ones, they just weren't meant to be. I didn't bring up the guy that I rode around 60, 70 miles an hour in downpouring rain on my motorcycle, and it took 2 days for them to dry out, because they didn't squeak prior to that, everybody, just so you know. Those shoes didn't squeak prior to the downpouring rain on those shoes. But it is what it is. You know, I was just telling the guy, you know what, buddy, if $100 is the difference between me buying shoes, who cares? I'm just going to buy these shoes, give my shoes back, and I'll use them for the dirt jobs, whatever. I mean, I was so close to saying, like, look, dude, it ain't about the money. It's like, forget it, $100, whatever. I'll take the shoes back. I'll buy these for $110, and I'll just keep these shoes as the crap shoes. It's fine. Whatever, man. Good Lord. All right, I'm back. Man, I'm hungry. I thought I was going to have a nice breakfast. Never happened. Where's the wife? The wife's out at the horse. Oh, well. Wow. This is beyond believable. I mean, on my channel, I just say every now and then, hey, you throw a tip, that'd be nice. Holy everybody. MJC just sent me a $50 tip. Wow. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, I don't even know what to say in all reality. I mean, that's incredible, everybody. Thank you so much. I mean, wow. Wow. I mean, I'm getting a lot of comments from this morning's conversations. And I can say, so you have to go back and forth between two apps to see all this stuff. I mean, it's crazy and how it's all populated silver. Here's another one. So, wow. I'm getting a lot of comments today, everybody. Thank you very much. I mean, just wow. But you have to go, like I said, you have to bounce back between two different apps. So here's one app that just populated. And then it's slow, it gets stuck. Okay, so here's one. So you can say, you know, the technology will drive you nuts. So happy Father's Day. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Father's Day, G. Thank you, sir. Wow. I mean, you guys are the greatest. All you guys, all you gals. Can't emphasize enough. The bottom line is this channel keeps going just because I'm so happy that as a creator, I bring stuff that I feel like, for the most part, you guys get a kick out of and enjoy. So, I mean, for me, that's the goal. That's the goal. When I can't bring you stuff that's entertaining, enjoyable, then I'm like, well, I tried. So, then now I have to go to, I have to back out and then go to this app. And then does it show the same thing? That's what I'm saying. So I think it does. But it really does. You know, and that's what I do. I mean, I try to stay on top of everybody interacting on my channel. So, all right. What a great Father's Day it is now. This is awesome. Wow. I got to go and edit this here.